Good morning. So on a Friday, we discussed about the geometrical construction, where geometrical construction uh, will require some of the tools, but those tools are all on our system. So the geometrical construction, as per where I take it, I normally tell my student that any angle that is divisible by 7.5 must be constructed. Any angle that is divisible by 7.5, that angle must be constructed. So with that, you'll realize that all of those angles to be constructed, their basic angles are only two, that is 60 degrees and 90 degrees. And in construction again, the angle are divided into two. One, we have those angles that are acute and we have those angles that are obtuse. So the acute angles, their construction is different from the obtuse angles. And you should also remember that all our required angles are within the line, not outside the line. So that's another thing one should note in the construction. And then you'll also realize that some of the angles will be obtained by bisecting an angle. So with that reason, we'll go straight to start with construction of perpendicular bisector of a line, then a construction of angle bisector of a line, then we go for those geometrical construction. So in word, because I said that in most cases, you should be in position to start from word, because if you go straight to the system, it means that you'll have to save the drawing as a image. And I don't advise one to save it as an image, because once you mess it and you have already saved, you'll find that it cannot be unredo. But when you go by via word, you'll realize that it can easily be edited, because you just click it or double click on it, and once you double click on it, you realize that it will take back to the system. So angle perpendicular bisector line. So I'll go to insert from one, insert, then from insert, you go to where we have the object, you click on the object. Then you click on FX draw. Then you click OK. You give it time to load so that it opens, so that it can take you to that site where we have that system. So once done, you can remove this square grid, or you can leave it, because after all, it will not be captured on your final output. So if I remove, I click in that icon there, show the grid, I just undo. I unmark. Then maybe you have this line. You might be given this line. Maybe this line is line AB, which is something like maybe 9 centimeter. If I want to use 8, where I have length, I'll just type there 8. Then, for example, I want to have arrowhead or the end mark. So I click the end, also click the other end, like that. So this line maybe it's AB. So if it is AB, I want to mark the point here A, and this one is AB. So I go to this one. This one is for marking the point. Then I come here. So when I drag like that, that is A. I have seen some diagram of what you have submitted. Some have also forgotten this one. I've forgotten this one. Let me do this one. You'll find that some of the diagram, when you mark, there is a bold there. I think we have forgotten. If you want to remove that dot, you click on that letter, you right click, then where we have the size, reduce the size to 0. Then so that to make it not keeping editing, after marking, reduce the size, just click set as default and then OK. So you'll find that in the rest of the mark will not be having that dot. The next I click in that mark the point, then that is our B, like that. So when I want to bisect this line, as we normally train learners, that you make an arc at the top and also another arc at the bottom. using the same radius. You put the tip of the compass at point B, then you scribe another arc at the top and the bottom so that you intersect those arcs. And when the two arcs intersect, joining by a straight line, that line will be the perpendicular. So I go straight to the tool for the compass. The tool for the compass, it is here where we have the arcs. We'll have that there's a tool here for the compass. So you select the compass. Then after selecting the compass, you'll find that this length is too long. So I need to adjust the compass, just the same way you normally tell that adjust the compass. So in this case, for the system to adjust the compass, you just come where you have the radius, then you edit that radius. Remember that my line was of length 8 centimeters. So if I want to say that line, I need to adjust the compass to something at least a half of the line, which is 4. So I can even take it to 6. Not necessarily the length A, B, just past it a half. So after adding that radius, I'll come at point A, because you need to put the tip of compass at point A, then you scribe an arc at the top like that. Let me scrap half. Then again I repeat at A, I scribe another arc at the bottom like that. Then I put the tip of the compass at point B. I click. Then I scribe another arc like that. Then again I repeat at B, then I scribe another arc at the that one imepita, finya to backspace itaenda, then I at B, then I scribe an arc at that like that. Then from there, this intersection of these lines is what I'll join by a straight line, and that one will be referred as perpendicular pacing. So I go to the tool of the line, then I join this intersection. I can either start at the top or I can start at the bottom. For instance, if I start from the top, I just click like that up to this other intersection. I've done an error. I've done a slight error. No, let me repeat a tool of the line, then I join to this intersection. Then from there, maybe you are with the kind of person who normally draw a line so that it pass the intersect, so that it can be seen clearly by the examiner that you have passed it there. So you can just go to the edit the length. So where we have the length, I can put it something like 10. So when I have that 10, I can even take it to 13. Let me show something. Show it something. 13. We want to show you something. So when you take it to 13, you go again back to the tool of the line. So because the line drawn now will act as our guideline. So I go back to the tool of the line. Now I start somewhere here, not from where it started, somewhere here. Then I draw so that I follow this one exactly so that I can draw a line that is past this one. Then I go to select. Now I can delete the earlier line by just clicking where it was there. Then I delete. You'll find that what I remain now with is this line. So when you want to check this angle, you go to the mark the angle, mark angle. So when you select there, you'll find that that angle, the system is telling you that it is 90 degrees. So once through, you just close. You just close. So when you close, you find that it will take you back to the Word document, and there is your image is. So I can align it just by clicking the Sendroid like that. So when I save, control save, just select what? Illustrations. Illustrations. Like that. So that is how we construct perpendicular bisector. I have said that the beauty of using this site through accessing the system by what is that? Maybe you have drawn this and then you realize that you have done an error. You have done an error, and which error is that? Maybe you realize that AB, you want to write there the text like 80 centimeter. So when you access the system by the word, you just double click. You just double click on your diagram in Word. When you double click, you'll find that the system opens here. The system opens. Then you click, you click on it. You'll find that when you click on it, you can now do editing. For example, I wanted to edit line AB to have a text of 6 centimeter. So where you have the text, I have there 6 centimeter like that. Then I want it to be below the line. I just position like this one. Then maybe I want it to be positioned on where we have the left hand side. So I can again position like that. Then I click OK. You'll find that it is AB which is 6 centimeter, and that's the So when it close, it will take you back to where we have our document what. That's what we discuss about the perpendicular bisector of a line. The next item we discuss about the angle bisector. Angle bisector, the same way we normally tell students, it is the same way we also use it when you are addressing the system. Because when you bisect an angle is formed if and only if there is intersection of two lines. The region between intersection of two lines, it's what is referred to as an angle. So you can perceive that angle by first putting a tip of the compass at where the point intersect, then you scribe arcs on those lines intersecting with the same radius. Then you can adjust your compass or not. You put where you have the first mark, you scribe an arc in between without changing the radius. You put at the second mark, you scribe another arc in between to intersect the first arc. The two arcs join with the line to that intersection of the line, it will give you the angle bisector. So for instance, through the word insert, object, then from there I go to fx, draw, then OK. Then you give it time to load. When it loads, you'll find that it will take you to the system. Once taken to the system, now, for instance, maybe I just want to use illustration, not that it's a constructed angle. I have this one. I have this one, this line, and then I also have another one. Maybe it's just a triangle. Let me just sketch a triangle. A triangle. Maybe this triangle is PQR. PQR. So I go to the depth of the point, mark the point. So this one, I click there and then I track. So if I'm instead of P, it has given an A. So I go to select, then I select A. I edit, just right click to edit. Then instead of A, I can put it there, P, point P. So I click OK. So my A changes to P. Then again, I copy out, mark the point so that I complete the remaining. So that one, it will automatically go to Q. And that one will automatically go to R, like that. So I have this one as my triangle, P, Q, R. Then maybe there's a question you want to bisect. For instance, you want to bisect angle R, PQR, PQR. In loci, maybe we could have said that the loci of a point that is equidistant between PR and QR. PR and QR, it is the angle bisector. So if I want to bisect, you'll find that you need to put a different compass point R. You scribe an arc on those lines, RP and RQ, using the same radius. So it's still the tool used is the compass. So you go to the compass where you have the axe there. Then you pick the compass. You pick the radius, you adjust that radius. So like in my case, it is rated at 2. I can use this 2 or I can still adjust, but I think it is suitable. Then I put the tip of the compass at R. To put the tip of the compass, you click. So when you click, you find that it is showing the path which it can follow with the length of 2. So I make one arc on RP. Again, I repeat, I put the tip of the compass at R. Then I make another arc on line what? On line RQ. Now from there, I need to put the tip of compass here. I scrap in between here. So I can now adjust the radius or not. But I like it to adjust, maybe to say something like 4. Then where the first arc is. The first arc can either be this one or this one. No rule followed. So the first arc. At the intersection, find that the two arc and line shows a different color. It means that you have reached where there's intersection. Then you click there. So you find that we have there an arc like this. Then I put another arc, a compass at there. Then I have another arc at that point. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I join that point R to where these things are intersecting. Good. So when it reaches there, I can edit the length of the line so that I just passed through that. I go to this one. Click to where? Delete. I click on the line, then I edit properties. You'll find that I can adjust maybe to say something like 7, then OK, like that. So you'll find that when I go to mark the angle, when I go to the mark the angle, so that I mark this and also I mark this, you'll find that both angles are showing that they are equal. This one is 40. Again, the other one is what? 40. both the two angles as 4 to mean that this line is what referred to as the perpendicular bisector. So that is how we bisect the angles are close. I want to do another example. Good. Another example, again, on the bisecting an angle. Maybe that one is what it might appear difficult again. So insert, then object, like that. Go to the object, then I go to fx draw, then okay. Then I can remove this one. Let me again use an example for a triangle. So I have a triangle with any dimension, no need of measuring any dimension, like that. That is our triangle. And make this one triangle is A, B, C. So that is A, this is our B, and then this one is our C. And then maybe you want to construct angle B. You want to construct angle B. Maybe it's a loci of a point that is equidistant between AB and BC. So you'll find that we need to construct this angle. So to construct this angle, I go to the tool for the compass. Radius, unaona hapa inanisomea 2, so I can still use 32 because it's suitable. So I make arc on that line. I repeat again at B. I make another arc. I make another arc on that line, then I adjust the radius. To adjust the radius, it's like you are adjusting the compass. I can say maybe say something like 3. Then I put the first point. I scrap an arc in between. I go to the second point. I scrap an arc in between, like that. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I can join that intersection. So when I have here compass, I join there. Good. Then after joining the intersection, you can edit the length so that at least it is past there. So when I click on it, edit properties, you'll find that that length is 4.53. So I want it to pass through there. So I can extend maybe to say something like 7. Then I click OK, so that the line passes there. So you'll find that when I go to the mark an angle, we want to see this angle will give us what, and this other angle will give us what. You'll find that both angles are giving me 31. The first one is 31, the second one is also 31. So the angle means that the whole of the angle was 62. So when I have marked like that one, they are both that one. Then you close like that. Next, now we go to our geometrical construction. Geometrical construction. I've said that in construction, what I normally tell my students that a learner who is able to construct 60 and 90 will not fail any question in geometrical construction, because 60 and 90 is the basic, is the foundation of all of the remaining angles. All the remaining angles are obtained from 60 and 90. So we'll start by construction of construction of 60 degrees, like that. Construction of 60 degrees. So you find that when you want to construct 60 degrees, the same way we tell our students that you should have a line. You should have a line. Let me make this one decrease. So just highlight your 60. I go to equation, insert, then I click equation. Then I go behind 60, then I click decrease symbol, it's here. So you'll find that that is construction of 60 degrees. So you'll find that when you construct 60, if you want to construct 60, you draw a line. Then after drawing a line, you adjust your compass to any suitable radius. You scrape an arc from the line either topwise or bottomwise. Then you see the same radius where you put the tip of the compass where the uh, the arc intersects the baseline. Then you scrape another arc to intersect that arc. When they joining by the end and the other point where the arcs are intersecting, that one will give you straight 60 degrees. So I go to insert, then object, like that, fx draw, then okay. I give it time to load. And then you remove the grid. I have maybe you have a line because you must have a baseline. Assume that this line maybe it is of length 10, the length 10, it has end mark, which is called the arrowhead. Then this other end is called maybe say A, and this other end is called say B. This other end is called B, like that. Then you want to construct 60 at A. You find that 60 is an acute angle, so it should be at A, it should be within AB. Even if at B, it should be within BA. So I go to the compass. I pick the compass where we have here compass. Then I adjust to any suitable radius. I can use a radius of something like 4 at least. So you just adjust the compass. Adjust the compass means that you have made it to be adjusted in radius. So click there. So you'll find that 4 is moving from here. So I can click, I can move, then I click like that. So you see the same radius still here. You find my compass has been set at 4. So I put where the arc intersects the line. Then I scrap another arc like that. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I join here to that intersection of the arcs. Then you click that line so that we can edit just to extend past that intersection. So I click on it, and then I right click on it, I edit properties, then I make this length to be something like say 7, for example. Then I click OK. So find that when I go to the tool of the angle, when I mark here an angle, exactly it will tell you that it is one angle is 60 degrees. You can close so that I save it. So then you can have a question maybe saying that construct a triangle, construct a triangle A, B, C, construct a triangle A, B, C, such that AB is equal to 7 centimeter, BC is equal to 8 centimeter, and angle ABC is equal to 60 degrees. And we want to construct using a system. Maybe for the line they'll construct in their books, but maybe as my take, I want to produce a marking scheme. I'll use the system, then I'll see which error I'll key with them to maybe to get some measurement on it. So still I just go to insert, then object, then fx draw, then OK. I give it time to load. It will just take me back to where I have that site. Good. Then they have said that AB is 7 centimeter. So I right click on the line after drawing. Then I edit here to have 7 centimeter. I can put the arrowhead. That is the end and the start, like that. This one is A, this one is B. Then they're saying that angle B is 6 degrees. So I go to the tool of the compass, like that. Then I adjust the radius, maybe say something like 3. It's okay. Then I click where I want to construct 60, so that I start from where the arc intersects that line, then to the top. Using the same radius, I go there. Then I click, then I start like that. Then I cut the tool of the line so that I join like this. And make sure that I join the intersection. Then you'll find that this line, I want to edit so that passes through that one. So I can edit the length, but they have already said that the BC is 8 centimeter. So I can just type there 8 centimeter where you have the length like that. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I can join up from here to the other end. Then I label it as triangle A. This one was point B, and then this one was C. So you'll find that if the question asks the learner from there to get the length of AC, I'll just click on that line, I right click, I edit the properties. When you check the position of length, it is telling me that it is 7.55. So for the learners, I can give 7.5, 7.4, 7.6 to score that mark when I'm producing the score like that. Then I close. Another angle in construction is 90 degrees. 90 degrees. 90 degrees, just the same way we told our students that if you have a line and you want to draw a 90 degrees at a point, That point, if it's not extended, you need to extend another line so that you make an arc on the left and also on the right. And then you adjust your compass. You scribe an arc at the top and also the arc at the top, not necessarily using both sides because we also have the other point. Because a line is only requires us to point to a line. So I go to insert, and then object, and then fx draw, then OK, and then here, then line. For example, I have this line whose length something like 7, inasema 10. Let me use 7. Hapo length nataka niweke 7 alafu ikuwe na arrowhead. So if I want to make it 7 where it has 11, just type there 7. So maybe this line is line AB, like this. This is line AB. Then you want to construct 90 at point A. Utaona here at A, I need to use that point as my center. I make an arc on left and also an arc on the right. So on the left, the line is not extended. So I'll pick the tool for the line, alafu ni extend. Kama ingekuwa kwa kitabu, mwanafunzi anaweka ruler, alafu anachora hiyo line inextendiwa tu without any dimension. Then you go to the tool of the compass. Compass, the key in these things, pick a compass. Then 2 centimeter, sio mbaya. So I put the compass at point A. I make an arc on left, right. Again, still at A, I make another arc on the left, like that. Then I adjust my radius. I can adjust maybe to something like 5. You put at the compass at first arc, you scribe an arc at the top, like that. Then you put at the second arc, you scribe another arc at the same top, like that. So when you join the point A to that point where the arcs are intersecting, exactly that angle will give us 90 degrees. So I can now click on the line so that I can edit properties to extend just past that one. So you find that the line is of length 4 point. This one, I can make it to be something like 6. Then I click OK. Good. So from when I go to the mark of an angle, then I come here, it will tell me that the angle is 90 degrees. And that's how we construct 90 degrees using the system. Then you close. So I've said that once a learner is able to construct 90 and 60, all the remaining angles are the foundation, and these are their basics of them. For example, we want to construct 75. We find that 75 is in between 60 and 90. That's how I tell my student that 75 is in between 60 and 90, because we find that from 60 to 90, the difference is 30. From 6 to 75, the difference is 15. From 90 back to 75, the difference is 75. You find that it is 15, the difference is 15. And 15 is a half of 30. So when I present the angle between 60 and 75, we are going to obtain 75. 60 and 90, we are going to obtain 75. Therefore, at the same point, a learner must construct 60, construct 90, then present the angle between 60 and 90 to get 75. So I can go to object, then fx draw, OK. Good. Maybe I have line PQ. Line PQ, whose length is 10. Let me use 10 this time around. 10. I check the angle is 0 because for 0, it means that the line is horizontal. Like that. Then this line is PQ. This PQ. PQ. Then you want to construct 75 at Q. At the same point, we must have a 90. 90, I should extend this line to this other side. I should have 90, I should have 60. So I choose what I want to start with. So if I start by 60, for example, I just take this radius, let me use it like 4 for it's unsuitable. so that I start from here. Remember that required angle is inside, so the construction must be inside, like that. Then I I join the point using a straight line. The line has not passed there. I've just reached there. So I click on the line to edit. Then I make it something like 6. 6 is okay, like that. Then this line is not the required one. So because it's not the required one, I'll click on the line, then I come here where we have the line style. I pick the dashed one. Then again at the same point, I construct 90. So I reduce the radius to 4 so that I to 2 so that I can make the arcs on the left and the right. Now I can now adjust maybe to something like 5, say 5. And then I join using a straight line passing through that point. Then I click on it, I edit the length so that it can pass there. So this one I can make it also 6, for example, 7 in length. Then still the line selected, I change the style to dashed like that. Then from here, this line to this one, it is 60. From this one to this one is 90. But from here to here, it is 30. So I need to preset this angle 30 to get it 15, 15. So I still got the tool of the line. I can reduce the radius, maybe to say something like 1.5, so that I come where they are intersecting. Then I make arcs on those line like that. Then I adjust the radius something like 5 again, or 4, no harm. Then I go to the tool of the line. Then I select the line so that I can adjust this length. Say something like 8, take us out. Then I close. So you find that that angle is 75. 75. It is 75. I normally tell students that not necessarily to write their angles. You just we will just see the construction method procedures. We just realize that this is our 75. I want again to repeat for the 75. For the 75, you might have a question. Construct a parallelogram. Construct a parallelogram A, B, C, D, such that AB is equal to 7 centimeter, BC is equal to 4 centimeter, and angle BAD is equal to 75 degrees. Construct a parallelogram A, B, C, D, such that AB is equal to 7 centimeter, BC is equal to 4 centimeter, and angle BAD is equal to 75 degrees. So from what? Insert, then object, then FX draw, then OK. Like this. So for construction, I start from by using a line like that. So this line is line AB, which was what? 7 centimeter. So where I have length, I put there 7 centimeter. Then I put the arrowhead. So this one is A. You find that the neck are very, very fair. They'll start by giving you this line like that. So find that at A, where you have 75, I need to have 90, 16, then 75. So to construct 90, I need to extend on this side like that. Then I pick the tool for the compass. Then I mark like this, like that. Then I can adjust the radius, say something like 5. Then I put the compass so that I scribe an arc at the top, like that. Then again I put there, I scrap another arc. Then I go to the tool of the line. Then I join from here to the intersection. Once joined to the intersection, I can click on the line to edit so that it is passed there. So I can make that line to be 6. Then okay. Then I make it to be dashed. Still selected, line style, then dot. Then at the same point, I need to construct 60. So I can use a length of something like 4 is enough, or 3. So you put where you have A, then I scrap an arc to this side like that. I can even extend so that it cuts this one, so that it's nisumbuwe to make your arc ingine. Then I construct like this. You find that instead of bisecting, even joining 60, I can use this one and this one because this arc is passing via 60 and this one is cutting the 90 degrees. So using the same radius or I just no harm, I put there, I make an arc in between like that. Again, I come where this arc intersects that, then I make an arc like that. So you find that those arcs are not intersecting. So I'll repeat because this arc was for this one, for this point. So because they are not intersecting, I repeat, put their compass with same radius like that. I extend like that. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I join from this one to this other end. Like that. So I can edit that proper so that that line is passing through that point very well. This one is 5. I can make it something like 7. So you find that when I mark an angle, it will give me 75. It should give me 75. Yo. So that angle, I can click on it to push it outside the arc a bit. So the parallelogram was that AB 7, then BC is 4. We find that BC is parallel and opposite to AD. So BC should be equal to AD. So if BC is 4, AD is also 4. So I go to the tool of the compass like that. Let it load. I'll start it again hanging. Undo. I don't want that one. Hiyo aka ndio imesonga patale angle like that. So I go to the tool, this one is what? Click this angle, imesonga mbali sana. Nisirudishe karibu kidogo. I'm running so much systems. You have your exam system, this system, and so on. Good. So I want to mark length of AD, which is 4 centimeter. I go to the compass. Then I go to the measurement should be 4. Then I put there, I scribe an arc on that one of 4 centimeter. Then using the same radius 4 should also be the same as from B, like that. From B, like that. But AB should be equal to DC, which was also 7 centimeters. So I change the radius to 7, then I put the compass at D, then I scrap an arc. To look the line, I join this intersection. Ikishika hapo na I click so that I edit the length a bit. I click on the line, then I edit properties. Ukiona ina hang usipeleke mbio, give it time. When you make so much arcs, utaona pia inaanza kuhang. Unaweza peleka to 8. Then again I go to the tool of the line. Again, alafu na join from B to C. Hiyo nimepitisha because nimekuwa na guideline ya hii. Inanionyesha kwamba they are parallel, so na join two. So from there, mark the point AB, hapa ni C. So I click the marker point, then naendelea hapo ikue yenyewe itakuwekea C because inajua yenye ulijoin mwanzo ilikuwa B, na hii system inakuanga in order, maakili sana. Alafu hapo inakuwa D. So you'll find that once you practice these things, you will also keep on realizing some of the ideas. You find that, for example, for me, what I normally do after doing this one, I normally press Control then A. Control A to select everything. Once you are through, Control A, then I group them so that it can become with us one diagram. Control A, then this one. So you find that it has become as one diagram. Then from there, I close. I close. Like that. And that is my parallelogram as drawn. So from there, I normally now take clear that the remaining angles you do like 67.5. 67.5, it has a how many alternative? It has a three alternative to construct it. Number one, you can construct 150 degrees, 135, not 160, 135 degrees, then you bisect 135. Or number two, you can construct 90 at the same point 45, then you bisect angle between 45 and 90 to get 16.5. 52.5. 52.5, you construct 90, you bisect 90 to get 45. Then you construct 60. Then you bisect the angle between 60 and 45 to get 52.5. Construction of the 7.5. The 7.5 you can also construct using two methods. Number one, you can construct 75, then bisect 75 to get a 7.5. Number two, you can construct 90, bisect 90 to get 45. Construct 60, bisect 60 to get that. Then you bisect the angle between 30 and 45 to get the 7.5. So those angles you will practice. That's one I gave us an assignment. Then for the obtuse angles, I said that when you have been given obtuse angles, you find E supplement. Remember that sum of supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. So given an obtuse angle, find E supplement. Now E supplement will always be acute. But in this case, because you are asked to construct the obtuse, that acute that you have calculated, you'll construct it outside the line. So when you construct outside the line, the inside angle is that obtuse. For example, construction of an angle like, let me check, an angle like 150, 150 degrees. 150 degrees, it is an obtuse angle. Since it's an obtuse angle, mimi nitatafuta acute yake, which is supplement. So supplement yake utaona ni 30 degrees. So find that when I consult 30 outside the line, I'll be remaining with the 105. So basic lazima tukue na line like that. So this is my line. Maybe the line is of length 7 centimeter. And that line is of AB, of AB, like that. Then at B, we have 105, so I need to extend that B. 1 feet. So we find that the line is AB. Na angle inataka within AB inafaa ikuwe 150 degrees. Na 150 degrees lazima tuitafutie what is its supplement. Supplement yake ni 30. Lakini hawa jamaa wataki to consult 30. So nita consult supplement yake which is acute but outside AB. So outside AB at B itakuwa on the right of B. So I pick the compass. Now to construct 30, I need to construct 60 first. I have used radius. Let me root a radius like a 3 list. So that I have this, then I have this as 60. I construct outside. Then using the same radius, or I can change, I have this, then I have this. You can use any method yenye unatumia kwa wanafunzi wako, bora tu ilete hiyo correct procedure construct hiyo 30 outside. Then I click, I edit that properties to be something like 8 length. So you'll find that from there, this angle, when I mark it, it will be clearly 105. Line haijashika hapo vizuri, ni delete kwanza. I go to the line. I click on it, I edit properties, then I make it something like 8. Then I click angles. Ndio hiyo. So I can click so that I can push it away. Your angle is stronger away. Then unaona inakaa vibaya, I can right click on that angle so that nitoe hapo niweke kwa nitoe hii angled so that ikuwe mzuri. Like that. Then I can press Control A, then I group them, but not necessarily. So any other angle, you can use the same technique like 135. 135 supplement is a 45. So you construct 45 outside. The remaining one will be 135. You can have another angle like 120. 120 is an obtuse. So each supplement is 60. So you can construct 60 outside. Then the remaining one will be 120 degrees. So there's also another idea that came in still in the same geometrical construction. Maybe construction or circumscribing in scribing. That's the same method we normally do. We do the same method we normally do in the class is the same method we are also going to do here. So that when you want to draw circumscribing, circumscribing is a circle that passes through the vertex, and inscribing is the circle that passes through the side. Then scribing, it is an external. So the same method used. So for example, we just want to construct one for circumscribing, then another one for inscribing, then lastly for ascribing. Then we call it our lesson. So circumscribing, I must have a triangle. So I go to object, and then I go to fx draw. Then okay. The triangle might be given dimension. So in my case, I just want to use a sketch triangle because it is just for illustration. But for your case, the question might have further information. Maybe you construct a triangle. It's a question of 10 marks. You construct a triangle ABC, or compare angles in a side. Like yangu nataka to sketch like that. You might have this one whose length is no, I don't know, as a triangle. And then this triangle is A, this one is B, then this one is C. Then you want to draw a circumscribing. Circumscribing says that you bisect any two sides. You bisect any two sides. So if you bisect any two sides where the perpendicular bisectors intersect, you use them as a center to draw a circle. So I just go to the compass because our compass is a tool for bisecting. So I can bisect the side AB and BC, or BC and AC, still end up with the same answer. So if I say AB, for example, I have clicked before make radius. So if you have clicked before adjust the radius, just continue, but you press backspace, then you adjust the radius. Wacha nipeleke radius kama ya 6. So that ni make arc juu na chini, y. Juu na chini. Then weke compass at B, make hivyo arc like that. Then you go to the line. Intersection, join intersection. Ikifika intersection, I can edit the radius, length. Click on it, edit, then niweke length kama hata ya 10. Kuna kitu nataka kufanya, niweke length kama ya 10. Alafu niende still kwa line so that this line can act as my cut line. Lakini sianzie huku juu, nisianzie mahali kama hapo. Alafu niteremshe hivyo, ipite kidogo, then nikikuja select, alafu ni select huko juu, niliache nje, nitoe. Then I go back to the compass again. I want to bisect this other side. I can put it at a radius of 7. Then nikuja hapo. So intersect. Then I got the tool of the line so that I can join those intersections with that line. Good. Naweza enda kwa select so that ni extend length ipite hapo kidogo. Edit. Iko 10. Acha niweke 15 so that inisaidie kama guideline. Good. Alafu nirudi kwa line so that nianzie hapo. Nianzie hapo mahali kama hapo, alafu ni extend the other side. Na hivyo, then I click huku mbele so that nifute yenye ilikuwa ya kwanza. So you'll find that I use this one as a center to draw a circle. So what you will do for a circle, you use a tool for the circle defined by center, so that unaenda hapo penye unataka ikuwe center yako hapo, peleka hapo kasa, utaona hizo lines zote zimekuwa red. Alafu naanza kupull ukikuja huku nje mpaka point either A ama B ama C. Ukiachilia unaona hiyo circle yetu imechora vizuri na imepita kwa hizo point zote, na hiyo ndio inaitwa the circumscribing. So if you want to find the radius, and this one is my point O, I can label it O. So I go to the mark of the point, alafu nikuja hapo so that nilete huku, but imeandika D patela ya O. So select your point, ni select, right click, alafu hapa niandike kuwe O. Kuna watu wanafanya makosa, badala ya O wanaandika 0. Then I can increase the size so that ionekane vizuri. So you find that when you want to get the radius, hiyo point ionekane vizuri vizuri, nataka size, nataka hiyo bullet ionekane like that. Good. So when you want to get the radius of this circle, if even you click that circle, utaona kuna information inaonyesha kwamba the radius center imekuonyesha radius ni 5.724, but sasa measurement ya nini, niliona kuna mtu alifanya makosa, anaweka radius kitu kama 5 na 2 decimal point. No, you should also record what is the least unit ya ruler. So in this case you just round off to 5.7. Then circumference unaona imekuonyesha, area pia imekuonyesha. That's how just bring after you just bring a mouse closer to that circle, itakuonyesha hiyo radius. Or alternatively you can pick a tool for the line, alafu ukuje ujoin hiyo center, alafu ulete kwa hiyo circumference somewhere, ikionyesha unaona ukitoa nje iko nje, lakini ukileta hapo karibu na unaona imeonyesha something like red. So after join like that, you can go to select, and then you come and select the line. Select the line, you right click, edit properties. Unaona imekuandikia 5.7. So under the text you type 5.7 centimeter. Then okay, like that. Oh, I've written the uppercase. Centimeter should be lower. Yes, centimeter. Like that. And then that's our circle. So Control A, then I can group. But I discourage grouping if you are not familiar with it, because when you group, it means that all of them are matched. So in case of editing, you'll also be forced to Control A and group. Kwanza ndio edit. Ikishakuwa matched, you cannot edit a line mpaka uiani group kwanza. Then we go to inscribing. Inscribing is a circle passing through the sides, attaching the side of the triangle. So I can have any triangle, I go to inside object. Then I go to FX draw, then OK. Then that is, I want to just sketch triangle. For your case, you might be given that one that is with dimension. Lakini mimi nataka sketch tu hangu hapa like that. Then nikuwe na hii, alafu nikuwe na hiyo like that. And then this one is triangle PQR, so that I have this one, it is P. This one is P. P. Then this one is Q. Alafu hapo ni R. So you find that when you want to construct inscribing, you need to bisect any two angles. So bisection, you go to the tool of compass, so that I can bisect point P like that. You can adjust the radius to be something like 4. Then nikuje niweke first intersection nichape hapo, then second intersection nichape hapo pia. Then I pick up line, look for the line, I join. Or I can click on the line so that I can extend. Something like 8, Simba 8. Then I bisect any other angle, either Q ama R. If I bisect Q, unaona radius nasoma 4, I can reduce back to 2 so that isiende mbali sana. Then I pick something like again 5. Alafu naenda first intersection nachapa huko like that. Naenda second intersection hapo uko like that. Then I pick a tool for the line so that I can join that intersection. Pick line, select, right click, edit properties. You can adjust the length to something like 7 so that it pit up. Then after intersecting, we use this intersection as our center to draw a circle. So a circle, you go to the tool for the circle defined by center. So unakuja hapo center, alafu na inakujanga wapi? Inakuja sides. Na ifuta ulete side. Naona ukipitisha inapita, ilete hiyo side like that. Then this point I want to label it as point O. So mark the point, nikuje hapo. Unaona yangu imelabel kama S. So I go to select hapo, nikuja ni select hiyo S, niandike kama point O. Then I can increase the size so that inionyeshe hapo kama center mark. Or alternatively, kama sitaki increase your size, after that I can come and select the circle, right click, edit properties, then I put there mark, ionyeshe hiyo mark like that. Hiyo itakuwa mzuri sana hata kupita hiyo nyingine. Utaona hata ukileta kwa hiyo circle yenyewe inakuonyesha radius nini 2, because it's 1.996 which is 2, and it is touching the circumference. But still you can use our method of getting the radius. How do we get the radius? You just join the center, you join the center with this intersection, then you measure that length. Then I control A, I can match. But for your case, if you are not understand these things of matching, do not match. Leave them for simpler editing. So that is inscribing. Then lastly, we go to circumscribing. Ascribing. So object fx draw, then okay. So ascribing, again, you need to have a triangle, but now in that case, we'll be extending the ends, the lines. So that if I have this one as my triangle, I have this as my triangle. This triangle is AB, but for your case, it might be with the dimensions or angles. So if I want to draw as ascribing of BC, nitaenda kwa tool ya line so that we extend your line. Hata swali la kwa nimekudirect tu. Ni extend hiyo line, tena nikuje huku, ni extend hiyo line. Then you bisect hiyo angle na hiyo angle. So I go to the tool of the compass. Then nasimamisha hapo, na make arc hapo na hapo. Nasimamisha hapo, make arc there and there. Then I can adjust the radius to something like 4. Then nikuje hapo, niweke arcs hapo katikati like that. Tena nikuje hapo, niweke arcs hapo na hapo. Unaona hiyo ita intersect. So nitarudi hapo, still use the same radius. When you want to find the compass, you click so that you extend like that. Then I go to the tool of the line so that I can join those intersections. Ikifika hapo, na click so that you extend your length. Then you into 7. So that repeat up. Then if I say this one angle, B again. So compass, I can adjust radial region to me 2 so that I make arcs kwa hiyo na kwa hiyo. Tena hapo make hiyo arc na hiyo. Then I can adjust to something like 5 so that nione inapita wapi. Naona 5 inapita hapo na hapo. Tena nikuje ni click hapo, then I make arc like that. So where the arcs intersect, I join using straight line from there. Ikifika hapo nakuja na selectia line so that I extend its length ipita hapo, ndio hata tukiangalia tu remarking tuone imepita. Ukiachia mbali na kuanga doubtful, so that I can put there 7. Then ikishapita hapo, find that it has created here the center. So I use this center to draw a circle. You go to the tool of the circle, then unakuja unaweka where they intersect. Utaona sote tunaonyesha right, alafu unaleta kwa hiyo circle. Good, alafu naachilia. Then I can click on that circle. I edit properties so that niweke center mark like that. I can increase the size a bit like that. Then I want to mark that point as O. So you see that center, I mark it as O. But hii imeniletea D. So I'll go back to select. Then I come and select the point. Click on it, right click. Then that one should be O. Then OK. Good. Then I close. So when you close, it will be redirected to our word. Good. And that is how we draw the circumscribing. So you find that the lesson today, we have discussed all these figures that I have drawn here. All these figures that we have drawn here is what we have discussed on today. So those one who missed Friday lesson, I think that you are able now to capture what we did on Friday. So I'd like to stop there, waiting our lessons at the 17th today. Have a nice day. Thank you.